So, I'm back. More features of the system. So, more features of the system would be, let's see. Again, where the last feature I left off talking about was the animation, creating animations, and repeating, how you changing how we stream and edit our video footage for, consumption. So you put so much time, so many hours in. What's the word I'm looking for? It bumps your application up. Like, okay, you go through the tutorials. You can pay for tutorials from, of course, because microtransactions and people gotta make money. It's about making money. I'm not here just because I love it. I'm here because I love it and I want to make some money from it, while still respecting the art form and contributing and elevating. So it would be, let's say I'm heavy into the animation part in the creative process. It would be like, hey, okay, you put in so many hours, guess what? You can upgrade to would you like Pixar tutorial based, things of that sort. So it puts you where you need to be. Do enough tutorials by Pixar, it gets on your application. It's on your digital application that's being shopped to these companies. They're like, hey, how would you like to make a movie? Or how would you like to help animate a movie? Or, hey, it all depends on what people like from it. So it's, hey, you want a spot? We like your work, we're fans of your work. You put in the time and effort, at least we get to look at it, Because, that way these companies can have a better reach and mold on their future consumers, their future producers, their future developers, and this is why we do need some type of moderation on it, because it's who's trying to mold who for what. Like, for example, I put a lot of time in Apex Legends. I'm glad that I can't do all this stuff. I can't create decoys and stuff, because who knows, I might be like, hey, we could put you in the military, like, you like to do this, so it's just making sure you're not being taken advantage of. They did give like a nice buff. She can always control, but she can always do it. She don't have to, when she heals you or lift you up. I don't know. You have to try her out. Sorry. Thinking about the game just now. Gotta keep my head in the game. Son of a monkey's butt. Look out! did you really just leave me? Thank you, my good sir. Sorry, I could really use some of this stuff. Actually, all of that stuff. Not all of it. Ooh. Favorite scoop. No health though. You guys are wonderful. I think we should get out of here. Inside? Inside. Sounds good. Sounds good. Oh, be careful. It's raining fire out there. Ah, son of a... Thank you. Which way? Ah! I know. Features, features, features. So, it would be, how much time do you take editing a map, you know, to help you get into certain games and digital design, and how much time do you spend editing clothes? How much time do you take creating different clothes? How many times, you know, to put you in the right spot? Like, okay, let's get this outfit made. Maybe to, you know, make you want to create your own fashion store. You know, you're like, how? Well, that's quite easy. Here's our fashion store simulator, which is basically start your fashion store business set. You know? Holy crap. So that's the system in a bit of a nutshell. Again, I want any billboard in the game on your operating system to be like your social media, you know, post from your friends on social media, and, you know, possibly, what do you call it? Possibly like little videos, you know, video clips and stuff to keep you, you know, in the real world. Of course, you can't destroy them or anything, but it's to help remind you that there are people out there, as well as there's people here that play games, but, you know, it's just people out in the world that's different. One of the big things is diversity. As much, and this is bias, I'm sorry, even though I have beef with NBA 2K right now, as far as hairstyles for men, they have a large assortment of hairstyles for men, different textures, different lens styles, things like that. Oh, I love their hair texture selection. Little things like this is what matters in a game about inclusion. It's not just facial hair styles, it's facial hair texture, because everybody's facial hair doesn't grow in the same. Doesn't feel the same. So something like that when it comes to personalization matters. This is why certain games, like, as much as I love The Sims, they need to upgrade their hair selection. I from the, ever since Sims maybe 2, my character's been wearing the hair same style. And it's not even like I have a problem with the style. It's just there's no diversity. You can tell me I can't create a character with dreads. How not? They still got that 80s fro. Well, I said 80s, but it's more like 60s, right? But they still got the fro. Like, okay, can we upgrade a bit? Personally. So that was a bit important. So NBA, well, yeah, NBA 2K, I need those from you. But that's kind of the point. What's your favorite game that works for you? Once you buy it, you have all these different hairstyles and things to choose from anyway. Different outfits and goggles. Like, these legends themselves have tons of different skins and outfits. Even though, they kind of, it's just a color palette change. Like, some of them, they change it drastically. Helmet, shield. So it's important. Like, imagine having access to all of this for your created character, your Apex legend. If you can create your own character, like, that's the difference between Apex Legends and Destiny 2 at this point. Like, Apex Legends, Respawn have, to me, the more compelling world with Titanfall and Apex Legends. But Destiny is set up more so for the adventure. Because Titanfall don't, even though this is a change from your normal Call of Duty formula, a great change actually. Respawn, their Titanfall franchise, when they go on multiplayer, instead of going Destiny 2 or even Apex Legends, they go Call of Duty. And those game modes are so played out to me now. So it's all about cooperative play. So you can play with friends, you can make new friends, but it's about the adventure. And if you can have fun, say maybe learn something new, make new friends. Like, sometimes you might not learn anything, but you had a good time. Sometimes you might just have a lot of free time, or let's say get at home, nothing much you want to watch, play the game. kill some time, learn something yeah, fascinating. Put together, I got an idea. Well, I play the game so much, I think I have my own better game mode. That's why Fortnite's so hot. Their creative mode is decent too. Minecraft have a good creative mode. It's just the ability to create, and with so much money to go around, why still amp up the console wars? My console's better than yours, my character's better than yours, but you're afraid to let them crossplay. As far as Mario will possibly never end up on the PlayStation. Even though Nintendo is a developing company. Like, Nintendo never developed a game as a developing company, not just a publisher or a console. As a developer, like, they could third party and develop for Sony. I'm not gonna say they never have, but to my knowledge, as far as it being blatant in your face, they haven't. And this is what I mean by console wars limiting success. Because you're not poaching, you're just sharing. Because you grow from a Nintendo to a, Xbox or a PlayStation or a PC or something, and it's like, that's forcing too much hardware exchange, to put it lightly. Like, I have to buy a Nintendo for my kid. I have to buy me a PlayStation. Have to buy the missus whatever she could play her favorite thing on if she has something, Like, that's a lot to stretch when we can sort of use one device, Yeah, that's one thing hardware wise I would like implemented into the hardware. Dual HDMI ports. That way you can at least run two TVs at once from one system. Just once it senses that you're running two TVs, the processor is set up to optimize it for that, so you can run two profiles at different times and still play the game at the same time. Things like that. You don't necessarily have to play the same game though. So I thought about it like you can have it where the processor is optimized to put out, whatever bandwidth, HDMI ratio or whatever, like 1080, 480, whatever, 720, 4K. It separates for the processing power so that it still looks good. Like, I got two people running Call of Duty at the same time from one system on different TVs, so they both can't run at 4K, but they both could probably run at 720 seamlessly and still look pretty, But if I have two TVs playing a split screen lobby of you know, a game of Call of Duty. So that's 8 people playing. You know, it splits proportionally wise to make sure everything's still pretty. So internal it's an internal streaming device basically. You know, because you think about how your internet, when you're watching a video on the internet, based on your internet speed, the quality may change. So that's the same concept, but with the multiple HDMI ports. The good thing is we know our max number of actual how many streams, you know, we got going at once, which, you know, would be 8. So anything after that, you got to buy another TV. Just buy a long ass HDMI cord, and you can hook it up. You know, you can have one console on the floor. You know, between your 2 kids' rooms, or you know, something like that. If the rooms next to each other, you know, you can have one in the living room, and you know, have the other one hooked up to the, you know, to a bedroom, because it's also an entertainment console. So let's say you're streaming something versus actually playing the game. You know, you don't necessarily need so much processing power to stream. That's more so your internet quality. So you don't need to take up as much processing power, and the person playing the video game, you know, their quality will be, you know, upgraded. One second.
30 seconds.
Gosh, I wasn't gone that long, was I, bro? Sure you wasn't. That doesn't even sound like a guy. Oh, I'm back though. Make sure you all are still with me. Yep, you're still there. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a moment of silence. And by a moment of silence, I mean stuff my face. No, another break. We can get back into it. It's a presentation. So, gonna be here in a minute.
Faith will be on our side, Fly Fighter. Reckless and full of wrecks. Let's go.
I don't settle. I'm not made that way.
This is your champion.
I'm the jump master. You're falling for me already. Let's find something good.
You all are in for a treat. My goal is getting 100 kills below, but this is her first season. She was introduced, and I'm at 99. So, let's go for it.
There'd better be some good loot around here.
Down the hostile on Scotty. Reloading.
Tossing jump drive. First blood. We're not a team to be messed with.
Reloading.
I spy an enemy. Damn it, that hurt.
I trust the ghosts of the wind. That led to my Vinna.
Either you're with me or you're against me, or you're with me and against me, because, I'll be honest, that happens sometimes. I'll take a piece of that piece, or the whole thing. For the fool's-old. It works, it rhymes. Send in a decoy. How do I decoy? Alright, this is dream within a dream stuff. Giving my shields a recharge. Bam to the woozle. Sending out a decoy. Got the piece. Kind of a moozle. I think this place needs a little more me.
It's not true. I'm a genius. But the longer Watson and I spend back in the back of Mirage bar working on the artifact, the more I realize I'm not even close to her level. And the favorite day armature does what exactly? It does many things, but it mostly acts as a shield against the wide range of electromagnetic and electrostatic interferences, while also providing an ideal resonance environment for the core. But I don't think it belongs to her. See these pins along the side of the armature? I think it was retrofitted. Her. Boys are loud and obvious. This artifact is very coy, mysterious. Definitely a girl. Aren't you a smarty pants? A what? You never heard that before. My mom used to say it all the time. Aren't you a little smarty pants? I never knew my mom. She died before my first birthday. I'm sorry. Thank you, but I'm not sad. I never knew what I was missing. You're very direct. Smarty pants usually are. You know, I'm glad Ray convinced us to see this through. I like working with you. I like working with you too. It's fun to boss you around while I'm recovering. Can you get some scump housing lifeline and Gibraltar brought back? Get the scump housing lifeline and Gibraltar brought back. Can't get that right. Sure. Hack, watch her for me. I get up as Watson looks over at my drone, hovering perfectly, still near my chair. Why didn't you program Hack with a personality? It's just a drone. A drone can still have a little fun. You should program it with some jokes. It could help you. I'm very funny. I could help you. I'm very funny. Java. I'll think about it. Where did Gibraltar put the housing anyway? That away. She giggled, and I can't help it. I smiled. Can't remember the last time I did that. Data. Way, hey? Right? I thought I read that right. Data way. I passed through the bar. Caustic is discussing the artifact with Bloodhound. Loba sits at the bar, her gun on the counter in front of her. She's been alone since she got here this morning. No one has said a word to her. She's trying to look calm, put together, but I can't see the way she flinches at every sound. I see Gibraltar and Lifeline finishing up the repairs on Octane's legs as their patient lies on the bar. Unlike Loba, they're not even trying to look calm. Jimmy, dude, don't you pick up busted people for a living? That's my ankle, not my thigh. Who else put together all wrong causes of you? Haha, like no ankle I've ever seen. Idiots, but at least they're entertaining. Where's the part you brought back from the void last night? Lifeline's got you, brother. We're working like a well-oiled machine. Ungrateful thing, ain't you, Silver? Ungrateful thing, ain't you, Silver? Don't go hassling the folks who are willing to fix you when you bust yourself up. Huh? Did somebody leave a window open? I feel like there's a bee buzzing around in here. Said I was sorry, you sprat. All you ever did when you were in the wrong. Wow, that bee is really loud. How about Jibby leave you to walk around your stumps? Ha. Then I'll just ride Doc around. You can't hit the brakes on the Oct train. Doc is Lifeline's drone of compassion. So your ears do work. I swear you're a menace. What needs to be locked up? You're a menace. What needs to be locked up? I share a look with Gibraltar. He smiles. He has a lot more patience than I do. That's when we hear it. Ah! I see you're doing well. Shame. We all sprint towards Watson and my workstation are greeted by someone. Confusing. My drone has Watson backed up against the wall. Revenant's voice is coming through his speakers. This thing doesn't have sharp edges. What's the point? Hacked. Crypto, what's going on? How did he hack into the drone? I don't know. Hack isn't hackable. Got a message from a little friend and thought I'd check in with my favorite pack of skin bags. I hear you found something that belongs to me, and I'd like to give you a piece of my mind. Get it, Watson? Huh? Get it? Watson whimpers as the drone suddenly flies over the local. You thought you were so clever. Get out of my face. That word. She turns away. Hack darts around and hovers inches from her nose. You have me tagging along. Help you find the one thing that can destroy me. And just as you're about to get your hands on it, your new friends betray you. Bastard owl. Hold that thought, girlie. I want to do this face to face. I'll see you soon. Very soon. Hack drops to the ground. Nobody move. Crypto, how many people have been near your drone in the last 48 hours? No one, just me and Watson. You sure? Of course I'm sure. That is not the kind of personality I was talking about, Crypto. I look at Watson. She's shaking. I reach out to console her, but she recoils. When she finally looks at me again, there's something in her eyes I don't like. It's in everyone's eyes when I lift my head. I know the look. Wait, you think I did this? Why would I let Revenant have access to my drone? You wouldn't, unless you were already working together. Unless you are the mole. Yeah, I know that look too well. I was not prepared for this. Next, the shattered spirit. It's alright, Crypto. It's alright. Because when we met Crypto, he was already on the run. And we wanted to know what he's necessarily on the run with. They just keep introducing backstories to the characters without necessarily giving backstories, even though they give backstories, because I don't necessarily read all of it. You know, all this down here is backstory. So, you know. Oh. But yeah, so much lore. Oh, I like that one. That might be my screensaver. Gosh. Why is it not? Equip. Oh, this is really being a jerk. So anyway, that I read that because it's part of the reason I play video games. The lore, the story that goes with it, you know? And it's to be able to give access to people to create their own stories just like that, even if it's nothing more than a screenshot of your character and some words, you know, because you want to tell a story. So of course you could do voiceovers and things like how I just read it, or you could create a script just like that. So when you and your friends play, you both pick a role and you play out the story, good guy, bad guy. You know, I've got you now, Mr. Bond. You know, whoever wins plays whoever has the upper hand in the next role or whatever, you know. So there's so many templates we can create just to help the mind go, so somebody could create something original, because I'm personally tired of remakes. This is why Apex Legends is one of my favorite games at this point. It's original. Like, oh, the gameplay might not be original. It's a battle royale. PUBG did it first. Fortnite did it first. I don't give a fuck. Flying Grayson, who did it first? You know? It's more so who's keeping it fresh, who's keeping it inventive. Now everybody want to add a respawn beacon to the game, which was Apex Legends, you know, thing. You can respawn your player. So it's not about who created something first all the time. It's, you know, paying homage where it goes. Now, I would definitely prefer to give people access to stuff to create their own and play some pretty well designed, because oh my gosh, have you seen some of the stuff people actually design in certain stuff like Minecraft and stuff? It's probably possibly well designed games, maybe some not so good ones, than play Resident Evil 4 again. Like, no. If you're gonna reboot a franchise, that's different than giving me a remake. A reboot is at least you could change bits of the story here, bits of the story there. Like Devil May Cry. Change Dante's look, his, you know, even though he's the same Dante. So we need to make sure we create that culture and not just let these gaming companies give us the same thing over. We want that again and better graphics. Well, what if you have the same graphics for the next 20 years? Would you want that same game again? No, you wouldn't. Well, 10 years from now, if you had the same system, you may want to play it again, but would you want to buy it again? That's what I'm trying to convey and you know, and go. If graphics never changed and technology and the hardware never changed, would you want to play that game again? Like, yeah, it's a fun game, so why not just go play it again? Why force technology to change every 10 years? You know, when we can make do with what we have and create something original. Because every time we upgrade, we just give the same thing over on the upgrade. Nobody necessarily add anything new to the genre, a new game, even a new game style. I'm not becoming that guy's friend because he always drop out on me. Play one match and then drop out. No. Like, what, do you expect us to win all the time? Lose the game or two and it's like, forget it. This isn't a game where you win every game. I don't care how good you are.
I'm ready for this. I am so ready for this. I am extremely ready for this. Are we ready?
But that's what happened to accept a different request, if you were wondering. Now, right. Oh, what? I did not mean to do this over again. Maybe this time I won't die. But is to be able to create, to get the mind going and create the work environment, to learn something new and to do something.
Take the other piece. Trade pieces.
You know, like I said, I don't want to use the word work, but it is work. Everything that you want in life takes work. So, because it all takes work, you know, it's having fun while you do it. Ooh. Ah. Ah. Shot the wall around like that thing did. Yeah, back up off me. Crap. Oh. They just keep coming. Oh, there we go. Oh. What did I do to you guys? Yeah, I just stole your lunch money. Oh my gosh. Where'd you come from?
Charging shields.
And I've been suggesting dropping in prowlers in the game for so long. Ever since I heard about it, I'm like, ooh, I hope so. Oh, like that. Dang. Yeah, this one probably definitely need a boot. Usually I pride myself on being pretty okay. Not one of the greatest ever, but pretty okay. Give me that. Sorry, I need that. Oh. Now I need to go. Because oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! So, this is just so fun. But to see how it create a story for you now, imagine This is your homework. Like, to learn about World War II. They always want to teach you World War II for some damn reason. Ooh. They always World War II. So there's plenty of games based around that already. But it could just be more so, you know, don't have to go through all the extravagance of a game. Try to make it cinematic. Like, okay, pick your character. You're gonna go fight in the world. Like, what? Why? Because this is why they were fighting. So they were fighting. Pick a side. You learn about the side while you're fighting for that side. You know, you might run around a town like this, come across the chest, and it's stuff you're supposed to know. Who is the general? Who is this? You know, what happened here? What happened there? Gosh, my dumb button, man. It might not. Crafty. Great, now I got Back, you foul beast. Double jump. Oh shit. Come in here. Oh. Get up! Nice. What the? That just keep coming and coming. Because I guess it's more so to encourage, you know, cooperation. But I know my role that I want to play. Rogue. Okay, now let's run around. I pledge allegiance to a check. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm showing them. Yeah, I'm showing them some paper. Whoops. Oh, get back in. Not done yet. Use that. Ah. So much crappy crap. Die, you foul beast. Gotta go. Missed. I get up. Gotta go. Ah, help! But I guess I'll let that be for now. Unless I could keep going. Let's see. Okay. Let's talk microtransactions. Now this is where it gets tough. Okay, so microtransactions. Here's where it gets tricky. Why does it get tricky? What's reasonable price for work? What I mean is, okay, how do I put this? A video game character it's a lot of work into creation. For example, let's look at this list of characters. Each one has a different tactical, a different ultimate, a different passive ability. They all look unique. They all have unique voices. They all have unique personalities about themselves. And when it comes to creating that, it's not easy. For example, Spider-Man. I like picking comic book characters because everybody know comic book characters. How much would you think a Spider-Man character is worth? You know? Because let's say Apex, for example. They're basically, how much is a character? Store, that's a bundle, that don't count. Well, yeah, it's hard to describe right now, but I own that, so that don't count. The Demolisher, it's 1,800 Apex coins. I only get 1,000, so they're telling me that that's worth $20. The gun skin in the store, this right here, Demolisher, $20 gun in game. Like, I personally kind of think that's a little trash, a little steep, but in all fairness, A Spider-Man toy is worth about 10-15 bucks. And you could do a lot more with a Spider-Man video game character. Kinda, sorta, because again, you can't limit imagination. You know, if you're playing with your toys and you want to imagine they're swinging on the web and they're hanging on the wall, you by all means do that. Because that's sort of the point. So, but Spider-Man in the game can actually hang on the walls, wall crawl, swing on webs, and it takes a lot to create these systems. So what would be a good price? You know, I'm personally leaning towards like 10 bucks. You know, 10 bucks for a character to get a move set, things like that. But that's like a character, that's not just an outfit. Like, for example, the Demolisher is 10 bucks. Well, 20 bucks. These red coins, they're basically like in-game currency. Gold is like real currency versus real money. You know? So it's interesting. You know, I would personally be like, okay, you buy Spider-Man, but you want his black suit. You don't have to buy him all over again, unless he come with a whole different move set. You know, as far as fighting style and swinging style and stuff. Like, if it don't bring anything new, I don't think you should have to pay more real world money on top of it. You know, for example, if I buy Master Chief, like, he might have different uniforms or armors, but should I have to pay another $10-12 for just the outfit, the same outfit in a different color? Get what I'm saying? And then of course there should be the ability to edit the colors and things, but again, that should change with your level. You know, as far as your editing skill level and things like that, and opening of menus. But if you buy, you know, a game character, you should get movesets and stuff with it, not just a character's skin. If I buy Iron Man, he's supposed to be able to float, shoot repulsor blasters, and do some Iron Man stuff. If I buy Batman, he should be able to do Batman stuff. Superman stuff. Get what I'm saying? But even though these characters can do that stuff, you can still kind of unlock abilities for your created character to do those things. And of course there's limitations to how you could do it, so people don't spam it or people don't seem overpowered in the game when you can put so many awesome powers together. So you gotta create a form of balance for it to happen. Like Apex Legends, they have a cooldown system, and that's pretty good for abilities and things. So nobody can spam something too much, you know, but there are certain things that shouldn't be like that shouldn't have a cooldown system, I guess. I don't know, like for example, I don't know, it's tough.
This outfit could use some
Say like Iron Man, his ability to fly. Should you be able to use it all the time or not? Is it how you actually learn how to use it in combat? You know, to make it more, you know, accessible to everybody. Oh, I did not want to do this. Join the lobby. So it'll be more so, you know, should you only be able to fly a certain amount of time, you know, until you let it recool, and then you can take the flight again to make it fair. Oh yeah, they restarted the rank today or yesterday. So that's another thing. But anyway, this will be my last match, and I'll unwind and things. Big day tomorrow. Got to create the business plan, and I'm going to call to see about getting the concept design for the concept made. I talked to them before. They told me $800, hardware and software. But with the ideas that I have, I'm wondering, can I actually be a part of the process when it comes to creating? So hopefully I can. You know, if not, that's a bit of a deal breaker for me, because it's like I have a vision, as you can tell. This spanned across 2 videos, 2 breaks, you know, possibly 3 hours easy. And it's not just me playing the game, it's me actually sitting here and discussing with you.
If not, well, don't we all make bad choices? You live, life goes on.
So it's a lot, you know, to just be like, oh, here's a general description, and you know, hope it happens.
This is the best part. Everything's going good there.
Scary. Oh, that's dope. He threw the whole team now. Ooh. Ooh. That's dope. But yeah, that's kind of that's the plan. Talk to them tomorrow, see if they can do it for the same price. Make sure, see if I can have hands on. And it's scary because I don't know. Like, man, living in America, scared of chase my dreams. Like, what if something happened? I have this strange fear that, you know, somebody's like, I give you the money for it, you know, to get it done, and that's great. And it's like, oh, what if I gotta go away for a second to get it done, rest everything on it, and you know, it's a setup for failure. I don't know. It's really scary, y'all. So that shouldn't be part of the end of it, but that's gonna be part of the presentation. Like, this is scary. Here, giving you everything, heart, my dream, you know, everything I want to be something, and hoping that it's something. And to be in front of the people who could be like, you know, whose opinion matters to you more than, I'm not gonna say more than, but in that situation, you know, because it could be anything in life. You know, you telling people this is what you want to do with your life, and they could be like, no, fuck that. That's not for you. You know, and you're gonna feel hurt because you're like, this is what I want to do, though. I don't care if you think it's for me. This is what I'm telling you is for me. So it's like, to put it on there for these gaming companies and things. And like I say, it's a lot more than just these gaming companies. You know, there's businesses and stuff that I would hope to get involved. Board of Education. You know, it's a lot. So it's like, people already think that video games are for kids. You know, it's $1 billion industry, though. Like, you know, so like, God, get out of my face with that kiddie stuff. I didn't know making money was kiddie stuff. Oh, what? Money? Why did you say that? But it shouldn't be all about the money. I just don't want to attract people where it's about the money. Like, oh, money, money, money. You must do money bags. Like, no, 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 no. Still takes effort. All of this. So, that'll be it. It's a rough draft. Gotta put in the effort. I do have a video outline of what I would actually like to get done. This is more so to get my thoughts out, so it's more clear when I actually go to do it or speak on what I want to speak on. You know, because I sometimes, even though I do write things down, because I can't read and write, I don't all the time. It's just because, again, writing a paper, like, oh, I gotta write a paper. But yeah, you gotta write stuff down. That's how it lasts. So, eventually I will. But this is to help clear my thought. Rough draft brainstorming session, even though I've been brainstorming for easily 5 years. Brainstorming, learning, and applying myself. You know, I've been doing not bad, but not great. Like, one thing was, I wanted to create video games and a video game system. Because I'm not just going to say, oh, I want to create this video game system my whole life. It started off as I wanted to create video games. Or it's like, oh, you know, if they add this to a video game, it'll be better. So, you know, I want to create video games in a video game system. Like creating animations and little short movies or things like that. And I set myself to do that. You know, the job I was working nights. I was working crazy hours. Like, I never get anything done if I'm just doing that. So, able to at least try to balance it out, even though sometimes now it's a little easy to, you know, move some stuff around. You know, you don't want to fall in a bad habit. So, Good night, all. I am Brandon Gordon Gabb. Thank you.